Hey guys, how's it going? Yasir Khan here, and in this video, I will be talking about the top 4 ways in which real estate makes people rich. Now, a lot of people already know that real estate is one of the top reasons behind building a lot of wealth in pretty much any country around the world. What they don't realize is that there is more than one way of going about it. So, most people think that all they have to do is buy low, hold on to the property, or maybe sell it. Um, at a higher price down the road to make the profit. And that's just one way of the property or real estate building your net worth or profiting you. There are many other ways as well. So I'm going to go through all of them one by one in this video. The first way is by appreciation. Of course, this is something most people already know. The idea behind appreciation is to buy something for, let's say, like $100,000, wait 1 or 2 or 3 years, and then sell it for $200,000. I live in Toronto, and in 2017, a lot of people were doing this, and some people made money, but then the market kind of tanked for a year. And I personally know a lot of people who have lost money just because they were trying to buy low and sell high. So if you look closely, most, if not all, seasoned real estate investors almost never sell their properties. They might refinance it once the property gains equity, but they almost never sell it because then you get taxed and you lose the asset, all that stuff. So instead of buying and selling, it's better to hold on to the property. So number one way is appreciation, as I mentioned, but if you are a long-term thinker, you probably wouldn't want to use this avenue of the property making you money. Okay. The second way that real estate makes you money and creates millionaires pretty much is by depreciation. Now, depreciation is the regular wear and tear on the property because land cannot be depreciated, right? It's the property, it's a structure on the land which can be depreciated because uh, structures are built and they're made to last from anywhere between 30 to 50 years. So when you buy a house or you invest in a property, if you do things the right way, you can take out an allowance for depreciation of that property, but not the land underneath it. Okay. And that is going to reduce your taxable income. In other words, when you take the depreciation, you put more money in your pocket. Okay. Now, I won't go into too much of the technical know-how of this because it's a really dry subject, and your tax lawyer or someone similar, even your real estate agent, should be able to give you a brief idea, a good idea as to how this happens. All right. Number three is, of course, the rental income. When you buy an investment property, you're renting it out to a tenant, and if the tenant, whatever the tenant pays you in rent, if that rent more than offsets all the other costs associated with that property, then of course you will have some net profit from that rental income. And that net profit is passive income, which means that you're not trading your time for money while generating that profit. And for that reason, that income is taxed at almost 0% or maybe 5 or 10%, depending on where you live and the laws of that particular place and how much your other income is, right? So it depends on a couple of factors, but passive income is one of the least taxed income because by definition, whenever you're earning passive income, most of not all the times you are investing into society, you're creating jobs, you have a business, and you're generally doing what the government wants you to do. So they want to incentivize this type of income for you as a way of thanking you. The fourth is, of course, the tax advantages of investing in property, as I mentioned before. Now, once again, I'm trying to find a simple way to say this. Yes, it is passive income, but in certain jurisdictions and certain cities and countries, how you invest into real estate uh, allows you to kind of get most, if not all, of your income back in terms of not paying anything in tax, right? So let me say it to you again. If you do everything the right way, if you buy an investment property, you will not be paying any taxes. Okay, 0% goes to tax. Okay, and this is one of the primary way that the investors in US keep building wealth because they have what is called a 1031 exchange, 1031 exchange, which allows them to buy a property, sell it later on, without paying any tax on it if they're willing to buy a bigger property using all of those proceeds. So you can technically, if you're in the US, you can technically start with one property, and in 10 years you can have 5 to 6 properties from that one property, from the equity that you invested in that first property, without paying anything in tax. Of course, there are conditions to it, but if you do it properly, you don't pay anything in tax, as far as I am aware. Okay. So yeah, I mean, people think there's only one way to make money in real estate, and that is not true at all. If you're a seasoned investor, or if you want to become a seasoned real estate investor, it is wise to use all 4 ways to build wealth. Once again, the first one is appreciation, which is the increase in price. The second one is depreciation, which is the allowance that you can take on the property, which is going to reduce the tax that you pay. The third one is, of course, the rental income, and number four is the taxes that you pay or you don't pay on the property. If you do everything properly, you don't pay anything in tax. All right, generally speaking. So thank you once again, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will come back to you with another video soon. Take care.